Millions more Americans lost their jobs in May, on top of the 25 million in April, and economists believe the unemployment rate rose to near 20%, the likely peak in the COVID-19 recession. Economists are forecasting about 8.3 million jobs were lost, and that the unemployment rate rose to 19.5%, according to Dow Jones. That compares to an unemployment rate of 14.7% in April. The employment report, expected Friday morning, follows Thursday's report that nearly 1.9 million people filed for unemployment claims last week. May was this transition month. The layoffs were very high, but in the latter part of the month, rehiring started. This employment report is probably the peak of the disaster in the labor market, said Ethan Harris, head of global economics at Bank of America. Bank of America economists expect that 8 million jobs were lost in May. Harris said there is a bigger chance of a surprise in the May employment data than there was in April because of the cross-currents in May with the reopenings, and also continued layoffs. By all metrics, whether it's the unemployment rate, which we have peaking at 19%, or the layoffs, this should be the last negative monthly jobs report. The next number will be positive. You're going to have millions of jobs added in coming months, Harris said. Our assumption is that only about half of the jobs that were lost come back over the course of the next 3 to 6 months. He said the unemployment rate should get to 13% by September and 11% by year-end. There is some speculation that the number may not be as dire as forecast because ADP's private payrolls report Wednesday showed a decline of just 2.76 million jobs, about 6 million less than economists expected. But the ADP report does not often line up with the government report, so economists are still forecasting millions more positions were lost than in the ADP report. We're still looking for a 7 million decline. We still think we lost a tremendous amount of jobs in May, and the unemployment rate goes up to 17.5%, said Michael Gapen, Barclays chief U.S. economist. We still should have a net gain in employment beginning in the good news. The likely bad news is the recovery is likely to be slow and halting. Scott Anderson, chief economist at Bank of the West, said he is watching the report to see if jobs in manufacturing and construction accelerated or decelerated, and whether layoffs extended to state and local government, or any new sectors, like financial services. This May number is going to be bad, he said. We're looking at an unemployment rate approaching Great Depression levels. We're expecting 10 million jobs. We think the unemployment rate will hit 25%. When you look at the claims reports, it's pretty horrific. We're still looking at elevated unemployment claims.